The laughter echoed through the grand glass lobby like a cold wind on a winter night. It was the kind of laughter that carried power, arrogance, and disbelief. In front of dozens of employees and executives, a young woman stood quietly, her hands slightly trembling but her eyes burning with determination. The millionaire owner of the company had just heard her words, and he could not stop laughing. A girl in simple clothes, barely in her 20s, had just said something that sounded impossible. She had looked directly at the man who owned the skyscraper, the offices, and the entire business empire, and calmly said that the company was hers. Before we continue this powerful story, take a moment to support the channel. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and stories that remind us that life can change in a single moment, make sure to like this video, leave a comment, share it with someone who needs inspiration, and subscribe to the channel. The young woman stood there as the laughter slowly faded into murmurs. Her name was Sofia Alvarez, a 24-year-old woman who had spent most of her life fighting battles that no one else could see. She grew up in a small apartment with her mother, who worked 2 jobs just to keep food on the table. Her father had disappeared when she was only 6 years old, leaving behind nothing but unpaid bills and painful memories. From a young age, Sofia learned that the world rarely gives anything freely. She studied at night, worked during the day, and carried a quiet dream inside her heart that one day she would build a life where her mother could finally rest. But life had other plans. When Sofia turned 19, her mother became seriously ill, and the small savings they had disappeared within months. Hospital visits replaced college classes. Long nights of worry replaced youthful dreams. To survive, Sofia accepted the only job she could find quickly, a cleaning position at one of the largest companies in the city, a powerful corporation owned by a famous millionaire named Alejandro Torres. Every night, after the executives left their offices, Sofia quietly cleaned the floors, emptied trash bins, and wiped the long glass tables where million-dollar decisions were made. Most people never noticed her. To them, she was invisible. Just another worker in a uniform, another silent presence moving through empty hallways. But while others slept, Sofia observed everything. She read the notes left on desks, studied charts on forgotten screens, and slowly began to understand the complicated world of business that surrounded her. Months turned into years, and something extraordinary began to grow inside her. The company that once looked like a mysterious giant slowly became a puzzle she was learning to solve. Sofia started writing ideas in a small notebook she carried everywhere. Ideas about how the company could save money, how it could reach new markets, how small changes could transform the future of the business. No one knew that the quiet cleaner pushing a cart through the corridors was secretly studying the empire from the inside. But the real turning point came on a stormy night that no one in the building would ever forget. A power outage shut down the entire office tower, trapping several executives inside during an important financial crisis. Computers went dark, systems failed, and panic filled the conference room. The company was facing a disastrous decision that could cost millions by morning. And in the middle of the confusion, a young woman who was not supposed to be there quietly stepped forward. Years later, people would still talk about that moment, the moment when a girl no one noticed began to change everything. If this story is already touching your heart, take a second to tell us where you're watching from in the comments and share this video with someone who believes that courage can appear in the most unexpected people. Because what happened next would not only shock the millionaire, it would challenge everything he believed about power, success, and the people he had overlooked for years.